When it comes to making money in pig farming, timing is really important and it is everything. Sell too early and you don't get the full value of your pigs. Keep them for too long and not only do you waste money on feed, but buyers may even reject your pigs altogether. I've made this mistake before and I know many farmers are unknowingly doing the same. So I'm going to break down so you don't lose money anytime you start your pig farm again. There are some hidden costs of keeping pigs too long on your farm. It might feel good to see your pigs growing bigger, but the longer you keep them, the more they eat, and after a certain weight, the feed they consume is not worth the extra weight they give you. For most pig breeds, the best market weight is between 80 and 100 kilograms. After this, the pig still eats a lot, but the weight gains slowly goes down. That means you are spending money on feed without getting a good return. There was a time I kept my pigs longer, thinking bigger pigs, bigger money. But I didn't realize that I was actually spending more money on feed than what I would gain in profit. By the time I sold them, the extra feed cost had eaten into my profit margin. If I had sold them at the right weight, I would have made the same money or even more without wasting feed and time. Another surprising thing that I learned was that buyers don't like pigs that are too big. I thought they would pay more, but some completely refuse to buy them. Why? Well, different buyers have their own reasons, but here are some few common ones they told me. Fat content. Larger pigs tend to have too much fat, which many consumers don't like. Processing cost. Butchers prefer pigs that are easier to slaughter and process. Overweight pigs can be harder to handle and more expensive to process. With the smaller and medium-sized ones, they get maybe one person or a single person to do the processing and slaughtering everything for them. But with the bigger pigs, they'll need to get 2 or 3 people to help with the same process. And also there's market demand. Many consumers prefer medium-sized pork cuts, so butchers don't want pigs that produce oversized portion. At the end of the day, if your pigs are too big, you might struggle to sell them or have to sell at a lower price than you expected. This is something I learned the hard way, and from there, I've actually come to see that selling pigs between 60 kilograms to 80 are actually more profitable than selling at 100 and above kilograms. Alright, that is from my experience and my encounter with some of the buyers I have. Another mistake farmers make is selling when the market prices are down. Sometimes pig prices drop due to oversupply or seasonal demand. If you are not paying attention, you might sell at the wrong possible time and take a huge loss. Let's say the market price per kilogram is normally $2, but due to low demand, it drops to $1.50. If you sell a 100 kg pig, that's a loss of $50 per the pig. Now let's imagine you selling 10 pigs at that rate. That means you have lost $500 in that time. Alright, so this is how you avoid losing money when you are selling the pigs. Monitor the market trends. Timing is always important, and also knowing how to control your production is very, very key in what you're doing. So you check the local pig prices regularly so you know when prices are high or low. Talk to other farmers. You don't have to isolate yourself, or even butchers, to predict when prices will go up or down. Some seasons have higher demands, example the holidays and also festive seasons. I usually do talk about Christmas days in month end. These are the periods that even when you price your pigs, people don't try to bargain too long. Once you price, they are buying it. So plan your sales accordingly so that you can meet this type of market. It doesn't mean that you have to slow your production and wait for the end of year before you sell. You know how to control it. So let's say somewhere April, June, people are buying, but it's 30% less. Then you can reduce it, and when it gets into when you expect them to buy more, you can add that percentage to maybe produce at a rate of say 140%, and you should be able to make up for the losses you incurred in the April or June sales you made. And also try your best to sell at the right weight, 80 to 100 kilograms. At this weight, pigs have the best meat to fat ratio and are more profitable. Keeping them longer only increases feed cost without enough weight gain. Buyers also prefer pigs in this weight range, so you won't struggle to sell them. And again, you have to plan your breeding and feeding schedule. If you time your pig production correctly, you can avoid selling during low price seasons. So take note of this so that you know when to go about it. It's not that people are producing, you are following the trend and also producing. If you do that, they will be oversupply and the prices will come down drastically and all of you will suffer with it. And let's say you are just starting, you don't have your market yet, you will have no choice than to gift it to the people at a very low price that at the end of the day, you come out and say it is a scam. And again, let's also consider processing instead of selling cheaply. If market prices are too low, instead of selling at a loss, you can process the pigs yourself into pork products. You know, when the pig is slaughtered, there's no more feeding cost at your end. You slaughter, you package it into some form, you can store it in the freezers, and then you start selling from there. But with this, even if you do it well, you'll be able to sell a whole pig within a day without any stress. Because this is something that I've also done, selling a whole pig in a day. Sell at the right weight, 80 to 100 kilograms. For me, even I prefer 50 to 80 kilograms. I start selling my pigs at that range. And avoid keeping pigs longer than necessary on your farm. Yes, it is always good when you see your pigs looking bigger. People come there, some even come there, and it tends to be a tourism site for them. They're happy, they go out and say, you have the biggest pig on your farm and maybe you're happy with that. No. But since it's a business, you need to ensure that you get the most out of it in terms of your finances. So this is what I just want you to know. And if you have ever lost money by selling your pig at a particular time, I would really love to hear from your end and also learn something from you.